You still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action. Breeze. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing? And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 40 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Breeze's throw on target to Cook. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get...
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Packers 23, Saints 20.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Rodgers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw, Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Rodgers. There goes it, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Now it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the...
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 180! 21. Here we go. 13.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Rodgers flushed out right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down, Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chase, team 6. Team 6. Right there.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Coleman now. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Finds Sanders. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Here we go. 3-butt. Lock. 13. Hey, high 7.
On play action, now Garoppolo. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
26. Let's go.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 48 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll rifle this one deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw on third down, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Steps away. This complete to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards, first down Packers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, it's James. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Rodgers forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15. First down.
They'll run it with Jones. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Jones has it. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Right there. Hey, orbit. Rodgers
to throw for it on 4th. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
11.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Hey, alert!
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll let this thing go. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 40 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Let's get it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 78 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, the spin. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 20 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this one is running back out of the backfield. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply...
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Crunch. Showing it. Blue draw Porker. 1, Omaha.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now a desperation throw deep down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Let's bring it. 56. Hey, Delta. 56 is Mike. Check, 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 check. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. And let's get this, get this. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, 88, 88, 88. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Back to throw. Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams with 5 seconds left. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Crosby with the extra point. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next.